Everybody, Well Squad Ace, and I'm here to talk to you today about what it takes to get a pre-approval letter for real estate, whether it be your first property, whether it be an investment property that you're looking to get, whether it be a property you're looking to put on Airbnb or whatever the case may be, you're going to need something called a pre-approval letter. All right, let's go over the steps and see what it takes to get that done. So if you're thinking about buying a home, one of the first and most important steps is getting a pre-approved letter from a mortgage company. A pre-approval shows sellers that you're a serious buyer and it helps to know what your budget is. So today I'm going to walk you through a simple step-by-step guide to getting pre-approved in no time. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check your credit. All right, so your credit score is a big factor in whether you qualify for a mortgage and what interest rate you'll get. So most lenders are looking for a score of at least 620 for a conventional loan, but higher scores, 740 or above can get you better rates. So what you want to do is start by pulling your free credit report, and you can do that at annualcreditreport.com, or you can check your score through bank apps or things like Credit Karma. If your score needs work, what you want to do is pay down any credit card balances you may have, avoid any new debt, and fix any errors that you may have on your report, right? This can take a few weeks, a few months, just depending on what type of report it is. So a strong credit score will set you up for success, and it also will help you get the best rate that you can get out there. The second part that you want to do is gather all your financial documents, right? So they're gonna need to see proof of your income. They're gonna want to see what assets you have. They're gonna want to see what debt you may have, and they're gonna assess your ability to repay the loan. So here are some things that you'll typically need when reaching out to a lender. Once you find a lender that you like, these are kind of some of the things that they'll say they'll need. So they're gonna need pay stubs from the last 30 days. They're going to need W-2s or tax returns from the past 2 years. They're going to need bank statements for the last 2 to 3 months. They're going to need proof of any other income you may have, like bonuses, any side hustles you may do. And they're also going to need a list of all your debts that you have, student loans, car payments, credit card debts, all that good stuff out there. If you pay any alimony or child support, things like that. If you're self-employed, you might need extra documents like profit and loss statements. Get these things organized in a folder, whether it be a folder that you have at home, create a digital folder on, your computer, on your desktop, create a folder there and start getting everything there. So that way you have everything organized, and it will also help save some time when you do find your lender. The next thing that you want to do is you want to shop around for lenders, right? So not all lenders are the same. Some compare, I would say compare at least 3 to 5 to find the best rates and the best terms that you can get. So you can do this without committing to any lender out there. You can go with a bank, you can go with a credit union, you can go with a mortgage broker to help you find what's best out there. And there's also online lenders, that are options as well for convenience. So what you want to be looking at is you want to look at the interest rates, you want to look at the fees, and you also want to look at the reviews for the lender that you're going with, right? You want to ask about the different loan types that they offer. Some may offer certain type of FHA loans. Some lenders might offer VA loans for any of you veterans out there or people who qualify for the VA home loan. And they also may offer different type of conventional loans with no money down, conventional loans with 3% down, and things like that. So what you want to do is you want to call or meet with lenders to discuss your finances and get a feel for their process. A good lender will guide you and make you feel confident. Okay. So you don't want to go with anyone that's rushing you, that they're saying, hey, we need to get this done now, now, now. The market is hot. I got a long line, whatever the case may be. Take your time with this and go at a pace that makes you feel comfortable, and also go with the lender that makes you feel comfortable, right? You don't want to go with someone that feels like they're rushing you, they're not answering any questions you may have, you feel like they're just kind of using you. So the next step is going to be apply for the pre-approval. So once you found the lender that you want, you've reached out to, 3, 4, 5 lenders, you've, you know, came up, they've told you what they offer, whether it be FHA, VA, conventional loan, whatever route you decide to go, you like the terms, you like how the numbers look and sound. So now you'll choose a lender, you'll submit your application, whether it be online or in person, depending on who you go with. You'll provide all your financial documents. and answer questions about your income, your employment, your debt. And what the lender will do is they'll run a hard credit check, right? It's going to give a slight ding to your credit report, but it's worth it for your pre-approval. So this process usually takes only a few days. If you get approved, you'll get a pre-approval letter stating exactly how much you can borrow and what the loan terms would be, right? So this is your golden ticket when shopping for homes. So this doesn't mean that you committed anything to the lender. This doesn't mean that you committed anything to a specific property that you may be looking at, or one that you may found. All this letter is doing is now you're able to give this to your real estate agent, and they're able to give it to any other real estate agent on the seller side of the house, right? If someone's selling a house, they don't want to waste their time and take offers from someone that doesn't have a pre-approval. So this is kind of one of those first steps when you're out finding a house. Let's say you find a house, and let's say you don't have your pre-approval letter yet, but you found a property that you like, you put in an offer, nothing is going to happen because the seller side is going to talk to your real estate agent. They're going to say, hey, does he have a pre-approval? And they're going to want to see these things just to make sure that you can even qualify to get the home. So not saying that you can't qualify, but they want to make sure that you've taken the right steps, got with a lender to make sure that, it will help make the process go a lot smoother. So what you want to do is you want to review your pre-approval letter. So it's not a final loan commitment, like I said, but it shows sellers you're serious and you're financially vetted. So what you want to check out is you want to check out the loan amount, right? So let's say, whatever you found the property for, let's say you found a property for 500,000 and, your lender is saying they approve you for 700,000. That doesn't necessarily mean go jump and find that $700,000 house. You still want to stay what's comfort for what type of income that you have coming in and based on your debts going out. So just because the lender may give you 700,000, you know, shop in that range to where you feel like you're comfortable that, a mortgage and everything that comes with the mortgage won't sink you or put you underwater. So, like I said, check the loan amount, check what the interest rate will be, and check what the expiration date will be of the pre-approval. So most of them are good for about 60 to 90 days. So if you don't find a home in that time, you may have to renew it. So you want to use your pre-approval to set a realistic home buying budget for yourself. You want to factor in down payments, closing costs, if the property has any landscaping, you're going to want to do your own little touches to renovations and things like that. So keep that in mind. So after that, then you'll be ready and you can go start your house hunting process. So once you get ready to start the house hunting process, that's it. So you checked your credit, you gathered your documents, you researched different lenders, you applied, you understand what your pre-approval is. Now you're set to go find your dream home. So if you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me within the Wealth Squad, reach out within the real estate chat if you have any questions, or you can just send me a DM within the Wealth Squad and I'll get you helped out. So that's all I got for you. Hopefully you can go find that property you need, and hopefully this will help you get the ball rolling so you can start taking those steps to get your first property, your second property, your investment property, your Airbnb property for income, whatever the case may be. This will get you on that process. All right.